Time now for an in-depth look at the market news this afternoon, and for that I'm joined on the line by Dr. Kim Seiwan, Professor of Economics at Ewha Womans University. Professor Kim, thank you for joining us today.
Good afternoon, Devin.
As we just heard, Korea's main stock index, the KOSPI, has fallen below another key threshold, this time 1,500 points. Both indexes today had to suspend trading. Take us through the day on the stock market, Professor Kim.
Yes, today's stock market will be remembered as one of the darkest days in history. As we saw from previous report, KOSPI dropped by 8.4% in a single day, and KOSDAQ also dropped over 11.7% in the same day, and both markets were temporarily stopped with activation of a circuit breaker. I think in today's stock market, Korean market was much affected by European markets' huge drops, which were closed in early this morning in Korean time, up to 4 to 5% drops. And foreigners sold off Korean stocks, and domestic individual investors bought stocks today. It looks that foreign investors are massively cashing out over fears in coronavirus pandemic situation.
Indeed, and as you referenced, it's not just Korea, but the U.S., the rest of Asia, and Europe too. What's happening over there?
Global stock market also is experiencing the most volatile market in history. In the case of U.S. Stock market, the S&P 500 decreased by 12% on Monday in this week, but it gained over 6% in the next day, Tuesday. Then again, it plummeted by 5.2% on next day, Wednesday. So the market is really crazy with huge ups and downs every day. So similar huge ups and downs are dominating European markets and Asian market too. This much volatility is generated by the fears on pandemic coronavirus outbreak and its impact on global economy.
Yeah, those swings take some getting used to. In the meantime, President Moon met today with his Emergency Economic Council, and afterwards, Finance Minister Hong Nam-ki announced several measures, significant measures. Tell us a bit about those.
In today's emergency meeting, which was presided by President Moon, 50 trillion won-size financial rescue package was made in public. This package is particularly aimed at preventing medium and small-sized firms and self-employed people from going to bankrupt. In more detail, 12 trillion won will be spent on financial support on small businesses for rolling over their debt, and another 10 trillion won will be used for building up bond market stabilization fund because bond market is declining too.
Yeah, well, in the U.S., we see President Trump invoking special powers to deal with the coronavirus, as are many other countries. What kind of measures are being taken here?
I think all major countries like United States and European countries and Japan are keeping steps with United States emergency economic policies for supporting economy. The Central Bank of the United States, the Fed, released this plan to provide 700 billion coronavirus package, which means that they are purchasing the bonds of small firms and government bonds together, which is very unusual action. And also, since coronavirus outbreak is affecting real sector like production of goods and services, monetary policy has its own limit in recovering economy. So governments are particularly participating in saving economy with huge expenses of the governments. So that kind of economic saving packages will be announced over all major economies, including Korea.
Right. Well, in terms of the real economy, according to the International Labor Organization, this outbreak is going to result in the loss of 25 million jobs and reduce incomes around the world by some $3.4 trillion. What do you think is going to happen jobs-wise here in Korea?
Actually, according to February's employment data, which was released on last Wednesday, overall employment in February was robust, with 490,000 job increase against last year's February. But this great job increase number is mainly due to government's huge generation of temporary jobs for particularly old people over like 60 years old. So even with a declining economy in the near future, I believe that overall job number will be okay with government's huge expansion on supporting labor market. But increase of the decent like full-time jobs for young and middle generations will be very much limited due to coronavirus outbreaks impacts on the economy.
Got it. All right, Professor Kim, we'll have to leave it there for now. Thanks so much for coming on and sharing your insights.
Thank you very much.